Welcome back to the channel. I am Cody with The Shoe with Cody, and today we got ourselves a good one. We are talking about my first impressions of the Megablast from ASICS. This shoe has been hyped. I mean, I'm seeing it everywhere from every reviewer saying how amazing this shoe is. Lucky I got my hands on it, and I'm really excited for this. I have about 10, 11 miles in, and here are my first impressions. And first is, look at that foam. This This foam is so nice. The FF Turbo², I'm telling you guys, it feels fantastic under feet. I've done a long run in this, kind of like a shorter run in it, kind of keeping it around that 8-minute pace. And it feels so responsive. So nice underfoot. There's a lot of stack in the shoe. It's about 45 in the heel, stable. I'm not having any issues with it at all. When I'm running, I'm not having any issues where I feel like my ankle's going. The higher the stack, especially in the super trainers, you always want to be careful about that. But with this one, the way the upper works, the foam works, and how well it responds, as well as the platform, really nice. Really glad ASICS went this direction. For me, this is true to size. I'm a men's 9.5. I know a lot of you guys are wondering, hey, the shoe dropped, I want to buy it. What should I do? True to size, working really nice. I know some people complain that they're having issues with maybe like their pinky toes. I'm not having any issues. I have a wideish foot, and this is accommodating my foot very nicely. No issues there. And then the volume of the toe box, again, really nice. One of the big pluses about this shoe is it's very breathable. I mean, I'm talking about, you could see through it here, folks. You can see my finger right there. See through, and that's awesome right now. It's still pretty warm here in Pennsylvania. So having a shoe that's breathable, really nice, especially a shoe now, I'm gonna say this is for shorter miles, like that easy run, daily miles, and long runs. Having a shoe that's breathable, specifically for those long runs, is huge. It really is. You wanna make sure that your feet are breathing, especially like those later ones. If you're doing like 20 miles, mile 17, 18, your feet are gonna start swelling a little bit, which is normal, and you wanna make sure your foot can accommodate, but you also wanna make sure it can release some of the heat. You don't want it to overcook. If it overcooks, you're probably gonna get a blister. Happy to report no issues with that. The other thing I was a little bit worried about was this heel counter. So you have this extra materials. I wasn't sure if that was going to irritate me or cause any issues. Thankfully, no issues right now. I had no heel slippage and I had no blistering at all. The tongue is a gusseted tongue, stays in place. It's very minimal. There's not much materials here, folks. Very minimal tongue. I'd say like the tongue's more like a race day kind of upper, whereas like the heel counter is definitely more of that daily trainer. Good combination. Nice thing about it is I can lace it up and I'm not feeling the laces on top of my feet. That is something I absolutely hate. Is a huge thing I'm just not a huge fan of. If I lace the shoe up and I can feel that pressure on my foot, not a huge fan of that. Happy to report not having any issues there. This shoe's gonna come at a cost. It's $225, which is definitely up there. It's kind of in par with other super trainers, so it's kind of tough. Like I wish it was cheaper, because then I think more people could get it on the foot, but that's kind of where the market is for super trainers. But I really like this. I have 10, 11 miles. I'm leaning on the hype is real, folks. It is the real deal, but I still need to get more miles in before I give you that full check mark with confidence. But so far, I'm really enjoying this. This is a shoe that I saw I really wanted. And I'm glad I have this on my feet, because I want to make sure you all have the information before you drop that $225. Again, it sucks when you drop some cash on a shoe that's just okay. The other thing I want to point out, dude, I love this shoe. The looks of this shoe is freaking awesome. I got to give props when props are due. I love the looks of this. And you know you got a good looking shoe when I went to my soccer games to coach and do pictures. Every girl on my team says, that's a nice looking shoe. And honestly, I will take it. When a U10 girls team says your shoes are awesome looking, guess what? I'm gonna take that as a huge compliment. My daughters even say this is the best looking shoe they've seen on my feet this whole year. So again, foam is freaking awesome. Upper is really nice, great lockdown in, and it just feels really good at every pace I've dropped. Things I'm gonna be looking for is the outsole and the midsole. Does it break down too easy? If you're dropping $225, you want to get your money's worth. The other thing is picking up the pace. So right now, again, I'm doing around like an 8, maybe 8:30 pace. Can I drop the hammer in this one? If I can, that means it 4 for 4. That means I can do long runs, speed work, daily miles, and recovery miles. And that would just be like the Cinderella shoe. I still haven't done any speed work, so definitely stay tuned for that. Again, I have about 11-ish miles. So definitely stay tuned for that full review. But so far, the Megablast is really nice and I'm enjoying racking the miles. So definitely make sure you stay tuned for that full review. So hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and until next time, I'll see you all out on the run. Thanks for checking out this latest review. Don't forget, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and check out some of the other rad content that I've dropped out on the channel.